Macca's Guides.
Hey guys, Macca here with the Resident Evil 7 Madhouse Antique Coins Collectible Guide. I know I'm not very timely on this one as the game has been out for a little bit, but I just got through Madhouse difficulty, decided to put the video together. I hope you guys enjoy it. There are a total of 33 collectibles, antique coins on this one. You can also grab the files and the Mr. Everywhere locations if you want, although those are going to be in a separate video. Antique coins are unique to difficulty, so there's 33 on Madhouse, but there was only 18 on easy or normal. Some of them are the same, but many of them are different as well, and you'll want to keep that in mind. If you miss anything, you basically have to replay the whole game, as there is a lot of point of no returns in Resident Evil 7. So the first one, as soon as you reach the house, you're going to want to put in the first VHS tape. Then go inside and use the lockpick that you find at your feet when you spawn in the tape to open up the cabinet. Now end the video and go to the cabinet in the real world and open it up to find an antique coin.
So, why are we in hell this time? Do you ever prep? What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sounds? Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck. I was an anchor, you know?
Can't sub, Pete. Not anchor.
What's that?
After getting out of the chair, go to the side room and look in the little TV unit in order to find a small object. Look inside, inspect it to find the antique coin. After finishing the garage boss battle, climb the ladder, and as you approach the top, turn left and find an antique coin on the cabinet. Upon entering the main house, turn left, look inside of the drawer to find your fourth antique coin. On the desk in the middle of this area, you'll also find a lot of the cages where you can use your antique coins to purchase new items. From that area, go upstairs and into the pool room to find your fifth antique coin.
You can't hide from me, boy.
After finding that antique coin, use the balcony to make your way towards the bathroom where you're going to have to find the shadow piece. And behind a small piece of wood on the wall, you should be able to find your coin.
Okay.
After you use the shadow piece to make the eagle and then enter the room with the giant deer, look inside of the toilet to find an antique coin. The next coin can be found as you go inside of the basement and then into the incinerator room. At the back of the room, underneath the gurney, you should be able to find your coin. Next, pick up the key while you're here and then exit the room and go through the gate that you have to open. After that, progress through the room and all the way to the back where you go down a small staircase and end up at a door that you can't actually go through. But in that little stairwell area, you should be able to find your coin on a drawer. Obviously, if you have your x-ray glasses on, you should be able to see the little identifier quite easily. As you enter the basement for the little chainsaw battle, you'll go right and then up the stairs. Go into the room, and on the back of the cabinet, you should be able to find your 10th coin. After completing the dog head puzzle and making your way into the yard, go down the steps, hang a left sharp turn, and you'll be able to find a small plank you can rip apart from the patio to get underneath. Once underneath, find the antique coin directly in front of you. Now we've made it to the old house, and there's a total of 3 coins which you can kind of get in any order. But if you make your way out towards the back right of the building from where you enter, you'll be able to find an antique coin near the water pump station. Then on the other side of the building in the back, you'll find the save room as well as the shadow puzzle. In the shadow puzzle room, you'll be able to find an antique coin on the desk near the projector. After using the shadow piece to open up the secret pathway, crawl through, and then as you exit, look directly at your feet and to the left, and you should be able to find yet another coin. Then, after you progress through the house and get the crow key, go inside of the crow key door, and then go to the very end of the hallway, where you'll be able to find your 15th antique coin in a desk drawer. After using the pit at the base of the crow door and then crawling up the ladder to the greenhouse, you'll be able to find an antique coin on a power generator very close by. Then, after completing the boss battle inside of the greenhouse, upon exiting, the gate will crumble and you should spot a coin directly in front of you. Now that we have the crow key, we're going to want to make our way back into the main house and then go to the deer room that we were in earlier. Use the crow key to get into the side room and find the antique coin as you enter. Now that we have the snake key, we can successfully get into the kids' room. Go into the kids' room and activate the lampshade in order to get up to the attic. Once in the attic, turn around from where you climbed up and there should be a small cupboard. Near that cupboard, you should be able to find the coin. After getting the red and blue key card, you'll approach the testing area. Upon entering the room with the TV, pick up your antique coin from behind it before sitting down to watch the video. Near the beginning of the testing area, you'll be introduced to the tripwire traps. Go through the first area and you'll notice a box in front of you as you exit through a door. Instead of continuing forward, look to the left where you'll find a small alcove and the coin on the ground there. From the previous collectible location, continue forward through the hallway and you should notice another coin directly in front of you at the bottom of the stairs. Further in the testing area, you'll come to this long hall with a door at the end of it and multiple tripwire traps. Go through the door, take care of the traps, look inside of the small shelf in order to find your antique coin. I also highly recommend picking up the steroids in this room. The next coin can be found upon entering the room with the burnt corpse. The coin will be on a shelf directly in front of the corpse. Later on in the game, where you play as Mia on the ship and come up the stairs to encounter Evie, turn right and go into the laundry room where you can find an antique coin on the edge of one of the laundry machines. After completing the 4th VHS tape and finding out Ethan's location and then being scared by Evie, you should be able to find an antique coin at the very opposite end of the top floor at the bottom of a small flight of stairs, not far from the Mr. Everywhere doll that was there during our other playthrough. After getting into the elevator, you'll want to exit on the 2nd floor. Then run to the right hand side and find the antique coin on the desk in front of you. Feel free to use the nearby room in order to spawn and despawn enemies if they become overwhelming. Continue forward from the previous antique coin and then use the door on your right hand side to get into the middle of the area. Inside of here, you should be able to follow into another room and find an antique coin inside of a small vase. Next up, we're on the 3rd floor and we're going for the power cable, which will require you to have corrosive on you. There will also be an enemy that attacks you right here. But upon entering, you should be able to follow the hallways, and at the very far corner, you will find an antique coin, number 29 of 33. After successfully repairing the elevator and making your way down to S2, just follow the hallways, kill the enemies, and as you enter a well-lit area, look to the right on the floor and you should be able to spot an antique coin. The next collectible should be familiar to you if you've done all of the antique coins on easy or normal, and it will require us to have some corrosive left over, which we can pick up from floor 2. Also take care of all of the really tough enemies in this area on your way there. As you approach the end of the hallway, you should notice a small lockbox on the wall that requires corrosive. Inside of that lockbox, we can find an antique coin. Directly after either leaving Mia behind or killing Mia, you'll get to the exit of the ship. Okay. As you exit, you'll come to this room with a fence that has a small hole in it as a reference point, and inside of this room, we should find an antique coin. Shortly after the previous collectible, we'll drop down into the swamp. Just continue forward and then you'll hop over a log. After hopping over the log, stay on the right hand side and look at the ground until you find an antique coin, getting all 33 out of 33 available on the Madhouse difficulty and unlocking the Mad Pelicans achievement or trophy. Thank you guys so much for watching my Resident Evil 7 Madhouse Antique Coins Collectible Guide. I appreciate that if you found the video useful, you drop a like. Feel free to share the video with a friend. Special thanks goes to Drop Dead Artemis and Darth Dave 89 for supporting the show on Patreon. And hopefully I see you guys next time. Peace.